Okay, let's get into this. For a long time, if you wanted professional 4K multi-camera production, you were looking at massive budgets.
Well, absolutely. Huge crews, tons of cable, just a logistical challenge.
Exactly. So today, we're doing a deep dive on the Datavideo PTC-280NDIW 4K PTZ camera. The mission is really to see if this sub-$2,000 camera can actually deliver that broadcast-level 4K that smaller teams need.
And that's the key, isn't it? It's not just about slapping a 4K sensor in a box. It's about getting rid of all that complexity.
Right.
The whole design seems to be built around this idea of simplifying the workflow with NDI.
Okay, so let's start right there. This single-wire concept.
Yeah.
It uses power over Ethernet, PoE. What does that actually mean for the producer on site? You've got video, audio, power, tally control, all on one cable.
Means you save time and money. I mean, you're not looking for power outlets near every camera position anymore.
That alone is huge.
It is. You don't need a dedicated SDI or HDMI run. You don't need a separate control wire. So your setup, your rigging is just way faster.
Yeah.
And you can put cameras in places that would have been a nightmare to cable before.
And you're not sacrificing options to get that simplicity. It has simultaneous outputs. Why do I need 4K HDMI, 3G-SDI, and an IP stream all running at once?
That's all about fitting into any workflow, new or old. You've got the 4K HDMI for a new monitor on-site.
For your confidence monitor, yeah.
Exactly. The 3G SDI plugs right into an older broadcast switcher you might still be using. And then the IP stream, that's for your main NDI production or for remote control. It's just, it's flexible.
Let's talk image quality. It's a 12.5-inch CMOS sensor. What about when the lights get low? It claims 0.5 lux and has this advanced 2D, 3D noise reduction.
Yeah, and that translates to clean video in the real world. Think about a live event stage or conference.
Where you can't just blast everything with light.
Precisely. You're not forced to crank the gain way up and get that grainy, noisy video just to see your subject, and it has a really solid signal-to-noise ratio, 55 dBs. So when you push past the 12x optical zoom into the digital zoom, you're starting from a very clean image.
So the video is clean. Now, the PTZ part, the pan, tilt, and zoom. How are we controlling this thing?
The movement itself is pretty generous, 300 degrees of pan. But the killer feature for live shows is the memory. It can store 255 preset positions.
255, wow.
Yeah, so you can program every single shot you need for a 3-hour show. The wide shot, the tight shot on each speaker, a shot of the audience, and just recall them instantly. No more panic, shaky manual camera moves.
And you're not locked into one control system. I'm seeing RS-422, DVIP, VSK over IP.
And NDI, of course. But the one that really stands out to me is the free mobile app for iOS and Android.
Okay, what's so special about the app?
It's not just a remote control. It's a full monitoring and control hub. You can manage up to 4 cameras at once, and it can decode the live NDI or SRT stream right there on your tablet.
So a single operator could be monitoring feeds and adjusting things like iris and white balance from a tablet.
That's it. It's a huge budget saver. You don't need a separate engineering station.
Which leads right into broadcast readiness. It's SRT ready, supports RTMPS for streaming directly to 2 different CDNs.
And it has the little things that professionals look for, like the tally lights.
The green and red lights, yeah.
That's so important for talent. They know instantly if they're on preview or if they're live on air. It just confirms this is a studio-grade piece of gear. Also, something you mentioned, TAA compliance.
Right. What is that exactly?
It's a big deal for anyone bidding on government or large educational contracts. It basically means it meets U.S. government trade requirements, which signals it's ready for enterprise-level use.
Okay, so wrapping this up, you get a true 4K camera with professional features tally, multiple outputs, high SNR, all packed into this incredibly simple, single-cable NDI workflow. It seems to deliver on that promise.
It really does. And here's a final thought for you to take away from this, something interesting I noticed in the specs. The camera can output that main 4K stream, right? But it can also simultaneously output a second lower-res 720p stream.
Huh. So what could a live producer do with that?
Well, that's the question. I mean, could you use that 720p stream to feed a dedicated vertical video for social media while your main 16:9 show is running in 4K? Or maybe for a low bandwidth return feed. That dual stream capability, that unlocks some really creative workflow possibilities. Definitely something to think about.